The Russian ruble has dipped, crossing 100 per US dollar, the lowest in 16 months. Russia's central bank has stepped in to arrest the decline as the ruble has fallen sharply in recent months. The drop comes as Russia's economy faces increasing pressure, with imports rising faster than exports and military spending growing for the Ukraine war. So far, the Kremlin hadn't intervened as the declining ruble helped its budget despite a weaker currency threatening of higher prices for Russian citizens. There are multiple factors at play here. Western sanctions have had an impact even though Russia found its way around it to a large extent. There is more import than export as a direct consequence of these sanctions. Russia's trade surplus has shrunk. Before the war with Ukraine, Russia saw a large trade surplus because of high oil prices. However, oil prices have dipped this year and it's more difficult for Russia to sell its oil due to Western sanctions, including price caps on crude and oil products like diesel. On the other hand, imports have risen. Some trade has been rerouted through Asian countries that do not follow the sanctions. Importers have also found ways to ship goods through nearby countries such as Armenia, Georgia, and Kazakhstan. At the same time, Russia has ramped up its defense spending. President Vladimir Putin's economic advisor slammed the central bank's soft monetary policy for the weakening ruble. Following this, Russia's central bank hiked its key interest rate by 350 basis points to 12% after holding an extraordinary rate meeting. So why has the central bank raised the interest rate? The primary reason is to fight inflation. A weaker ruble worsens inflation by making imports more expensive in Russian currency. And obviously, the common people are affected by inflation. Over the last 3 months, inflation hit 7.6%. Higher interest rates will make it more expensive to get credit, and that is expected to limit domestic demand for goods, including imports. By raising the interest rate, the central bank is simply trying to cool off the domestic economy to lower inflation. The answer to whether sanctions have affected the Russian economy falls in a grey area, in the sense that the sanctions haven't really sent the country spiraling down into an economic crisis. Experts argue that Russia isn't going through an economic crisis, as the falling ruble has actually helped the government with its budget, meaning more rubles for every dollar of earnings from oil and other products Russia sells. This helps the government increase its spending on the military and other programs to nullify the impact of sanctions on the common people. They say that the central bank has clear control on the ruble exchange rate, as it can tell major exporters when to convert their dollar earnings into Russian currency. The most affected by the ruble decline are those citizens with low income, as this forces them to spend more on basic necessities.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.